That's what they did. I want you guys to see that hand, because when I saw it on my side screen, I asked the guys, who is that? But it is Allan Okello. I can bully you because I think you're in Chibuli several years after I had left. Allan, Ngokozo Mukono. Good evening. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you.
You're wearing a Warriors jersey of Steph Curry. What's the fascination with Steph now?
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Steph. He's my best basketball player.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
Oh, have you... Mark, first comment about the hand.
Yeah, the chiseling on the biceps and the triceps.
Yeah.
Clearly the guy has been hitting the gym.
Hitting the gym.
He's taking the pointers from Steph Curry, you know.
Yeah.
It was a very skinny guy coming in.
His hand is more toned than Steph's.
Yeah. But that must be hard work.
Yeah, a lot of hard work. Yeah. Allan Okello, welcome to the show, and thanks for giving us your time this evening.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah.
I'm so happy, and I'm very, very, very happy to be here for the second time. I don't know if you remember, I was there sometime back, long time ago, but now, this is my second time, so it's so amazing. I'm so happy.
Okay. I want us to get right into the football and the journey. Some of us can relate to you from being a young boy, from when you came through, then came to Chibuli SS, then KCCA. But now the biggest question. You've since moved to Algeria and playing for Paradou, who was, the last time I checked on the league table, are third and only 5 points behind the league leaders. First tell us about the adjustment that you've had to go through amid the COVID-19 pandemic. The food, the language, because the language spoken in Algeria is largely French, and you come from a background that is largely speaks English. First, take us through that journey when you first arrived and the adjustments you've had to make to be able to get into that first team at Paradou.
Yeah, like I said before, when I first arrived here in Algeria, I actually came here when I had a little bit of an injury. So when I joined the team, I had to connect with the boys. I had to get used to the weather, get used to the food. And the most difficult part of it was the communication. Okay. Yeah, but through that process, I kept on trying all my best with the team, training with the club so that I could get my number with the team and get some playing time. But through the communication, the only solution I had to do was to start attending some French classes. Yeah, but the opportunity was good for me, but then I had just attended like for 2 weeks to a month. COVID came in, and now that was the most difficult part of being here.
Yeah. Allan, as you go on, I want to give Mark and Andre a chance to speak to you. I also noticed that during the pandemic, you were back in Kampala, and some of us were very, very worried for you. We're thinking another boy leaves Uganda and then throws a one opportunity. When he's supposed to be in Paradou training, Allan Okello is seen around Lugogo. Why had you actually come home during that pandemic?
I remember by then we had come back I'd come back for the national team friendly again in South Africa. So when I had to travel back, I had my flight cancelled, and due to the pandemic, Algeria wasn't receiving any flights from Uganda anymore. So I had issues with that. I had to fight to get my flight back so I could come back and train with the team. Yeah, it caused me a lot with the team, but actually the team understood, and everything was fine with me being at home. But everyone thought that maybe there was something wrong or anything else. But all in all, it was about flight issues. My flights were cancelled, so that was the problem. I didn't have any flights to come back, but I really didn't have any problem with that team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mark, you're raring to go.
You know, it's just one. I mean, he's been taking French classes. That's a good thing for Ugandan players to hear, and all professionals here. That it's one of those things that you're going to have to do either when you're here or when you go to some of the foreign countries, you need to, it can't be just about the football. It has to be, the classes have to be there. The guys who travel, who go into, say, the French Premier League, the French League, League One, or the English Premier League from South America, and everywhere else in Europe.
And West Africa.
And West Africa actually go to class as well. They have to do these language lessons. Or you can be like a Diego Forlan and learn 6 or 7 languages early in life because you're planning for life in Europe. Because his was a mapped out. I mean, he knew what he was going to do, and why he was doing it. He had a sister in a wheelchair without parents, and also he said, "I'm going to Europe to take care of you." So he learned 7. This guy speaks 7 languages. But anyway,
so does Roger Federer.
Yeah. So tell us how good is your French now? You're saying you had communication problems. Do you communicate well now? And also,
Yeah, actually, I won't say that I'm much better now, but the most helping thing right now is most of my players communicate in Arabic, the Algerian language. So trust me, I know more of the Algerian language more than French right now, because that's what we use for communicating in the pitch. And it really helps me, because it's just not about the communication, because if you don't understand the language, you have to be quick to learn everything, because now from there you have to be copying. So you are copying some other player, maybe you are a competitor, so you have to be quick. You have to copy from him and have to do much better than him. So that's so those are the difficult things you go through with communication. But yeah, my French is not bad anymore.
It's not bad, yeah.
So no, the next time you come
Arabic and French at the same time.
At the same time, but also the next time you come to the press box, Andrew will be in this chair, and his French is not bad either.
Yeah. No, mine either, but I choose to speak English.
Andrew, bonjour.
Actually,
Andrew Kabura, when Kabura is here.
I don't speak French. Yeah. French is special. It has special people.
I know, but never mind. How about the football itself? Where are you now compared to, say, 12, 16 months ago? Training-wise, what are the challenges? How much better are you now than you were then? And how much actual of that playing time do you have? Because the guys here still don't know if you're playing or not.
Actually, for the past 2 seasons I've been here, I think this season has been my best. We are just from getting done with our first leg. And actually, if your people have been following my matches very well, I've so far missed only 1 game in all the matches we have played in the first leg.
Yeah, you played, Alan. I was looking at the league table, and you've played 17 games now, and you're saying you've appeared in 16, and you're actually third on the league table in Algeria, 5 points behind the leader.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, as a team, we are very happy and very, very proud. Because since I came here, we had never been in this position through the end of the first half of the season.
Yeah.
So as a team, we are so happy with our performance, and it has been so great for us. But me personally, I think, I need to do much better with my stats. Maybe I have to put in more goals, more assists for me, for the team. But I'm so happy with the team because we are actually the third now. We have
what are you bringing to the table? What are you bringing to the table at the moment? What do you, what is your contribution, if you think? Is it goals? Is it assists? Is it in possession? Are you, ball recycling? What exactly are you doing? Are you taking one and beating them? What are you bringing to the table? If somebody asks, because we know what you used to bring to the table here. Have you had to change your style? What is happening?
Yeah, actually, if you see, when I used to play there in Uganda, I was much of even sometimes the players are forward, attacking midfielder and all that. But here, most of the time I'm playing like the way you see Toni Kroos, Modric plays in what?
Madrid.
In Madrid. Yeah, so
a deep lying central midfielder.
Yeah, central midfielder. Yeah, so I think my traditions for the team is all about the tough worker they give out for the team. Maybe I contribute in some other goals. I mean, 2 other parts of the goals. But yeah, like I said, personally, ain't no good. But I think with the team is good. So yeah, I really need to work on myself about my personal issues. But the team is really happy because we are doing better.
Okay, before Andrew comes in, just my last one.
Yeah.
My last one. So when it says that, when doing the Tony Cruz, are you tackling more than you're dribbling? I mean, because we need to. So are you making more tackles than dribbles?
Mark,
are you?
Cross is not accounted for tackling. It's about passing accuracy.
Well, yeah. Let him tell us. Let Allan tell us, and then about the passing range from that. Because here you are known as a guy who passes 5 meters. I mean, short, crisp, short passing, and you're moving. Are you passing longer? With the range-wise, what are they asking of you in a role like that?
Actually, if you're playing a role like that, what they ask of you is more of perfection. So you see, like what the Cruz does, the Modric does, they do more of perfection with the ball and without the ball. So it's not all about too much tackling. It's all about we don't lose that ball. We use it well and we make goals through it. So that's how Tony Cruz does it. So that's how I'm trying to do it.
Okay.
Allan,
yeah.
good evening. I'll ask you very few questions personally. One, I'll ask you just two. One, KCCA, by the time you left, were the real club, model club, playing the best football. When you reached in Algeria, could you paint us a picture of where KCC are in terms of how they train, the discipline, the professionalism, and what you are doing at Paradu? What's the difference? Is there a cultural shock? Are we so far behind or we are closer to them? First, start with that.
When I just left KCC and I came to Paradu, KCC at least was like around 70%, and maybe we are 100%. But I think right now I've seen some improvements at KCC. I've seen a few things, but I don't know. I don't know if it's real or not, but I think now they are improving. They are reaching the level of where we had right now at Paradu because everything is about professionalism. So that's it. Maybe the training issues and all that, the food, because actually here the players, we eat the same food every day. So I think in Uganda we don't take that so important about the diet, the nutrition. But here, even if you don't like the food, you have to eat it because you have to be in the same level with the player. But in Uganda, some of us used to eat commando and others like chicken and chips and all that. So,
sure. I remember seeing you at KFC so many times, eh?
Yeah.
And you're not allowed to have KFC there, I would bet so.
No, but actually, now you can't have KFC. You have to have some vegetables and all that. So
yeah, you graze that side. So Allan, of course, when you moved to Algeria, we were like, okay, that's might be a good route towards Europe. Do you still have ambitions of going to Europe, especially that Paradu is known as a club that takes youngsters to Europe?
Yeah, actually I have to say that because that's always have been my ambition. I don't know whether next season or after 2 seasons, I don't know when, but it's my dream to play in Europe. It's my dream to play in Europe. I want to do my best so that I make it in Europe. So I'm working so hard about that. I'm trying to get myself well prepared. So yeah, I kick off with the second half of the season and see what comes next.
Okay. One final question, I think, from Andrew.
From Andrew, of course, not Mark.
And one final from Mark.
No, Mark.
After Andrew.
Mark, we're wasting time. Allan Okello. Allan, the final one.
Yeah.
Every Ugandan craves for an Allan Okello coming through the middle in the 10, creating and literally running the show for the Uganda Cranes. We've looked for that player for a long time. And at some point we thought you were the one.
Are you still the one?
Are you still the one? Or do you believe you can play that role?
I was about to ask you, why don't you think I'm the one?
Tell me if you're still the one, Allan.
Are you? Because yeah, I believe in myself. If the coaches believe in me, I believe in myself. All I need is the back room. I need the coaches to believe in me that I can do it. So I get the confidence because all what players need, whether you play which number, doesn't matter. You just need the confidence from the coaches. So yeah, I'm still learning. Yeah, I'm learning. I'm young, so yeah, need to watch some more clips of Kevin De Bruyne now. So I can make it
10 seconds for Mark.
Yeah, one final one.
Yeah.
Allan,
yeah.
how and who is managing your money? It is a problem that we have with pros in Uganda after they've had opportunities.
Everyone watching the show, you need to clap for that question.
Yeah. After they've had opportunities, there's a lot of regret from so many former Ugandan players and even current ones. And not just in football, but in many sports. And it is something at your age that might that you might not quite understand. Grasp, But how are you managing your money, and who is managing
your money?
Yeah, actually, I have to say this. Recently, I've been taking some online classes about financial management and all that. So online courses. So I would learn how to manage myself with the money and all that. So yeah, I have my manager about all those issues. I always talk to him. He directs me all to do about that. And he also advised me that I have to take some financial management courses so that I could help myself in the future. So yeah, that's so wonderful.
Allan Okello, while we are done with this segment of the interview, I want you to stay there watching the show. And you're going to listen to a story about one of Uganda's greatest footballers and what he did and what he didn't do. So that can be a bit of an inspiration, because we have a segment on this show that is called Mark's Tale, and it talks about the legends of Ugandan sport. Mark is going to start to speak, and I want you to be there. And at the end of the story, I'm going to give you maybe a sentence to tell us about what you've learned about this legend. Mark.
That is if Mark finishes in time.
Okay.
Mark, you have 10 minutes with Allan Okello watching.
I'll do my best. The person I'm going to talk about